If I was ever in charge, you'd be in charge of the police. Peter Bleksley, how are you, my friend?
Fire and brimstone I bring to your show this afternoon.
But not...
That's such fake news.
No, none of
You're
that.
fake news.
None of that.
Listen, you're fake news. You're fake news.
No fake news on this station. By the way, before Bleksley starts pontificating, 0344 499 1000, I start with this. You horrible, middle-class, white, rancid human being who thinks it's OK to raise flags. Gary Neville got it right, didn't he, when he said it's people like you, Peter Bleksley, and me who have created division in this country. It's all right for Palestinian action to march, but you horrible, middle-class, white man, it's your fault.
Well, I'm saving up to be a socialist. You see, if I was as rich as Mr. Neville, I could be, couldn't I?
Yeah.
But you know what? I went to the barber's this afternoon.
Did you? Who cut your hair? The council?
And I treated myself
Did you?
to a coffee.
Oh.
In a coffee shop just over the road from the
What,
barber's.
before you had your hair cut?
No, after.
Right.
So I'm sitting there having a cup of coffee on my own, just, checking the phone and what have you.
Yeah.
No less than 3 separate people came up to me and they joined me and we sat down and what have you. They were very gracious and very kind, saying that I'm talking sense, keep going, they love it, and they expressed their political opinions, and let me just say they were diametrically opposed to Gary Neville, former footballer.
Yeah, but you were in your house. You went home for a coffee and your family came round. That's what it was, wasn't it?
on the streets of Sidcup this afternoon.
Now, there's a brave place
and people
to be.
were lovely.
No, listen, I find it... like I said earlier, I mean, you've seen the clip. I mean, he's literally saying we're being railed against each other, and it's basically in the hands of middle-class white men who raise flags. And you and I have talked about this before. I mean, the horrors of last week, I wasn't on air, when the Jewish community in Heaton Park, right? This is a man brought up in Manchester, who's made his money on the back of working class people, doesn't mention the Palestinian Action March. How disrespectful was that? Doesn't mention anything, and you've got that look on your face again, which means shut up, Jezza.
It won't take that long to be proven beyond all doubt that Mr. Gary Neville is on the wrong side of history. All right? All you got to do, bide your time.
Yeah.
The time will come, and he will be shown to be the divisive fool that he is.
Instead of appearing to be this sort of sanctimonious, smug, narcissistic, vacuous pain in the arse that gets me so angry, because if you try to have a discussion with these people, they look at you like you've gone into their house on Christmas Day and nicked their kids' presents. They look at you like you're mad, don't they? They do it the whole time. And really? Oh, Kyle. Oh, Bleksley. Oh, they only support... No, you... Oh.
They are left with one argument and one argument only, and it wears thinner by the day.
Who cut your hair, by the way?
They say you're a racist, and you say you're just getting it manifestly wrong.
Yes.
Okay? And they will be shown to be on the wrong side of history.
I'm going to go with you. I'm feeling confident. I'm going to go with you. Listen, the main reason I wanted to get you here, apart from I wanted you to rant, by the way, you've seen the Tory party conference. It looks exciting, doesn't it?
Well, I saw Kemi Badenoch yesterday.
Well, you personally?
No.
Right.
I'm doing the media rounds yesterday.
Right. Yeah.
And I have to say, I mean, I'll give her some credit. She is fighting valiantly for her job and for her cause. Most interestingly...
Yes.
Because I pointed it out a few times in the media that her faux, very posh accent was actually alienating people and not going down very well at all. She's dropped it. Have you noticed?
No.
Oh, she's a lot...
You want everybody to sound as common as you? Is that what you basically want?
No, I don't. But when it's faux...
don't you?
When it's faux, when it's put on, when it's fake, press your buzzer.
Fake news.
Fake accent.
Fake news.
When it's a fake accent, drop it, because people see through it.
Do you think that my accent is fake, or do you think that it's ingrained in me?
You see, your accent is altering now.
Well, one can, of course, say one should lead, you know.
Yeah,
like, do you know what I mean? It's like, I feel... Do I feel sorry for her? I think we should not forget, by the way, that she was part of the government that failed manifestly to do what it told the British people it was going to do.
Of course.
I don't think... I mean, have you seen this poll this afternoon? 56% of a party want her out, don't think she'll fight the next election, and nearly half of the party think they should make a pact with Reform. Well, that's not going to work, because Reform don't need the Tories, do they?
And Nigel Farage has vowed on many an occasion to smash the Conservative
Only
Party.
because he's so hacked off still at what Johnson did to him. So, Tory party conference, I did say to Alex Shelbrooke, I didn't get a response. I said, did everybody go on one minibus? It didn't look very well attended, did it?
No, but just while we're talking about accents, because I don't want to drop that, right?
Oh.
If Radio 4 came calling with £1 million a day,
yes,
you'd jump at the chance and utilise that accent to its full capacity, wouldn't you?
I can tell you categorically, with my hand on my heart, there is no money in the world that would get me to work for that revolting... awful. Did you not see Have I Got News for You on Friday?
No,
They must be pretty desperate. They said, and Jeremy Carr was at the Reform concert, and they've cut up at the conference. They've cut up about 16 clips from me saying, "Am I going to get any bloody food?" It was actually quite funny, but I remember saying to one of the guys here today, if they're following me on Reform TV, and they must have, it was a big edit. The BBC, listen, mate, I have a problem with the BBC in that we've got to pay you 170 quid to do stuff that I don't want to watch. You should be subscription like everybody else. That's a different debate for another day.
Indeed, forgive me.
We're going to go to an ad break and we're going to come back because police are to get stronger powers, hurrah, to deal with protests.
Well, we hope they are.
Oh.
Shabana Mahmood has put forward proposals. We'll have to wait and see.
You mean it could be...
But
you are fake news.
No,
okay,
but...
You're fake news.
But will they get the powers they need?
Does it not strike you, and I'll throw this out to everybody, does it not strike you that it's all a little bit too little too late? Why didn't they bring this out 14 months ago? This is reactive politics again. There's no plan, is there?
Well, there was a report created by, forgive me, his name evades me just for the moment. He was Lord Walmsley, that's it, Lord Walmsley. He wrote a report on on protesting and policing powers and all of that. And he's actually suggested that they need the powers to ban them. Shabana Mahmood's not gone quite that far yet with her proposals. We shall have to wait and see. What is happening is that Palestine Action, of over 2,000 of those people have been nicked in recent weeks. 2,000 at 3 of those protests, right? First one was 500, second one was 900, third one 500 plus, right? 2,000 people having to be processed, potentially charged, enter the criminal justice system.
Just ban the marches.
Clogging it up.
Just ban the marches.
Yeah, but you see, they'll break the law, they'll go and march anyway, and it'll be same arrests but different offence.
Right, 10 to 5, he's going to take a breather in his cream suit with his blue shirt. He's becoming good at fashion.
Silver.
What's silver?
My suit is silver, not cream.
No, your hair's silver. Back in 3. Minutes to 5. Peter Bleksley with me. Pete, so police to get stronger powers at protests. Police could be given powers to ban protests outright. Shabana Mahmood, the new Home Secretary, has said, accepting that Jews are justified in asking for more from ministers. The Home Secretary said that officers would be able to curb repeat protests after organisers of pro-Palestinian rallies refused to postpone demonstration after the terrorist attack on a synagogue in Manchester on Thursday. Tell me more.
Yeah, we've got to be very careful that we don't conflate the two issues here, OK? The protests that happened during the week last week, right, one in Whitehall, it was a very small one, but very disruptive, 40 people arrested, 6 police officers injured, so more arrests than at the the Kingdom March, just thought I'd point that out.
Are you sure,
Which was a zillion times bigger.
There was only 10,000 people turned up. Oh no, it was 1 million. There we go.
Yeah. So anyway, there you go, but didn't get any condemnation from Starmer, Mahmood, etc, etc,
No,
etc.
of course not.
Anyway, right, do not conflate the two issues, which is one that it was in very bad taste to protest on Saturday, and secondly, that these people were deliberately breaking the law on Saturday, right? We know it's in bad taste, but we've got to let that go now. It's happened. It's gone. The problem now is that these people go on these protests wanting to get arrested.
They want to be arrested.
They deliberately sit on the ground with their banners showing support for Palestine Action, which is an offence under the Terrorism Act and has been since the 5th of July this year. So that's why they're getting nicked in their hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds. They are trying to break the system. So even if they bring in new laws which ban them from holding these protests, they're going there to break the law anyway.
But if you
they will break the law some other way.
No, I get that. So Shabana Mahmood is saying that the Jewish community has a right to expect more from ministers. I keep saying the same thing repeatedly because I believe it. The thing that frustrates me most about this government, and I was massively frustrated about the last government, is it always seems to be, oh, now they're doing something about it. The bad taste, you say, has gone. But I have every right on my show to say this. I do have many Jewish friends, right?
Yeah.
I find it astonishing in 2025 that Jewish people, their kids can't wear their blazers on the school bus or in London for fear of that. I think it is disgusting when... I saw a great response from Tracy Oberman, the actress, the other day. They were saying, but how do you feel about Israel? I'm just an Israeli living in London. I don't have to agree with Netanyahu or not, but we have a right to live our lives peacefully. The Jewish community obviously defend themselves. The only democratically elected government in the Middle East. But I have real... I mean, I've had Jewish people say to me in the last week, we're done here. There's no point in us being here. If we are favouring a bunch of people against another bunch of people, how do we conflate? So that's not acceptable. Not in any way.
The problem is, people in government... and Sir Mark Rowley, because yes, the buck stops with him, have manifestly forgotten that appeasement leads to empowering people, right? Remember when the Met sought legal advice and somebody from the CPS or wherever it was piped up and said, oh no, chanting for jihad doesn't actually mean calling for a holy war, and therefore it's not illegal because jihad can mean to have a mental striving to live a virtuous life. What a complete and utter load of nonsense. When they were chanting for jihad, when they were chanting from the river to the sea, they should have been introduced to the back of a police van. They should have been nicked.
Do you think the police are still, as they were with the rape gangs in Rotherham, terrified of making certain arrests or being stronger for fear of being accused of being racist or stirring up? But that isn't the same as the Gary Linekers or the Gary Nevilles of this world slagging off anybody white who thinks they should be able to put a flag up and celebrate being British, right? It's imbalanced.
I think the police have followed a policy of appeasement, which is coming back to bite them now.
Yep.
I also think, though, that the government are terrified of upsetting the bloc Muslim vote, because so many of their MPs that now sit in the House of Commons got elected.
Well, I completely agree, but I'm going to say something to you. Is there nobody in the Labour Party or the Labour government who fears losing the next election, because not just because of the bloc Muslim vote, but because millions of people who are not racist, by the way, Starmer, you pillock, but actually are frustrated with the way this country's going. They're not racist, they're not far right. They just feel that there's a degree of unfairness, there's a degree of entitlement for people who shouldn't get stuff, and they are missing out, despite the fact they've always played into it, never broken law, all the usual stuff, right? Do they not think in government that those people are going to elect them, throw them out, because they're sick to death of being treated as second-class citizens in their own country?
The lunatic left are so deluded. God. We saw them traipsing out of Liverpool last week, cock-a-hoop, celebrating what they thought was a wonderful party conference.
Yeah.
They are blind to it. They're blind and deaf to the fact that the groundswell of people in the country at the moment who have had enough, who are thinking about their children and their grandchildren, and they want them to have somewhere to live, they want them to have a job, they want them to not live in, dare I say it, if the rate of increase goes for another 2 decades or more, in some kind of Islamic caliphate, which, before people jump down my throat, you can go on social media and see imams and lunatic fundamental Islamists calling for that, saying that they're in Britain for takeover and not to live harmoniously alongside us.
Well, it's gone
right?
nuts.
People that are concerned about their kids and their grandkids are looking somewhere else to vote.